Hello, everybody. Today we have with us Sanjay Chaudhary, sir. Sanjay Chaudhary, sir, is the interim dean and professor of School of Engineering and Applied Sciences at Ahmedabad University. Welcome to the College Dunya portal, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So we will right away get to the interview. My first question to you is that you have held several key positions at educational institutes throughout your professional career. What
Okay.
are those things that keep you, attached to the educational sector?
Okay. I'm sure, as we all know, education is a very noble profession. Actually, it is not a profession. It's a society. It's a service to the society. So I like this particular sector, education, where you have to deal with young and talented students. And when you work with young and talented students, you also learn a lot. And when you teach in the class, the kind of questions they ask, I mean, I can believe, I can accept that I have learned a lot, while answering those questions, and it has helped me to grow also. And one more thing, this is the profession which deals with the society. So if you want to have a broad perspective about the society, I think this is the sector in which one should work.
Right, very well said, sir. Thank you for your response. My next question to you is that what is your philosophy on leadership and how would you like to describe your leadership style?
About leadership, my views are very very straightforward. I would call a person a leader who would look at or try to address any challenge. We always see a lot of challenges within the organization, within the society where we live, about our city, about our state, our country. So, wherever you are working, if you see any problem, any challenge, take initiative, take leadership, come forward, build your small team, nurture them, right? Motivate them, whatever you can do for your team. Try to lead them from the front. Don't be on the backside, be on the front. They should always feel that there is somebody to help them, guide them. So this is what I believe about leadership. Management or manager is a different kind of person who is working on a very specific job, given resources. He or she is executing everything very efficiently. Here you may not have resources, you have to build those resources. So that is a challenge in terms of leadership role. I think I like some of those aspects of leadership, and that is what I'm trying to do. I always try to be with my team members and always interact with them, and I enjoy, and I also get a lot of views while interacting with them.
Absolutely, sir. So, the education systems in India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. In your opinion, what can be a student inbound gain from studying at your university?
Yeah, I mean, you're very, very right, very correct. See, our structure, our societal structure is different. Uh, but I would not say that our education system or university system is very different. If you look at our country, we had very famous universities starting from Nalanda, Takshila, where people from other countries they came and they were studying here. They were scholars who were living at Nalanda and all these universities. But maybe we lost somewhere in between for a few centuries. I agree that universities in those countries are very well established. They are very big. Their size is great. Number of students studying in those universities also is higher. We might be having more numbers in some of the universities, but our scale and our resources are of little different nature. We have very different issues. Maybe there they are more established. Typically, if you look at science, engineering, and management, and those kind of professional kind of degrees and schools, they are very well established in terms of resources and everything. In India, there are few leading universities and institutions which are well equipped. But if I talk about Ahmedabad University, what has happened with Ahmedabad University is that people who developed, people who were involved in establishing these universities, many of them were visionaries. They were leaders in their own areas, in their own respective domains and everything. So they were knowing both the society, Western philosophy, Indian society, Indian philosophy. So they were very knowledgeable. And when university is established by such a knowledgeable persons and leaders, they always have a vision that let us try to provide education which is at par, and why should we compromise in our vision. So I think that should be the fundamental point why Ahmedabad University, its structure, its philosophy, the way it is offering educational programs, academic programs, the way it is, nurturing youngsters, students, faculty, staff, everyone to aim for quality education. Maybe, I think it is there in our overall, what you can say, development and the kind of formal education which each one of us received.
So, sir, on that note, how does the curriculum of Ahmedabad University ensure the best practice of the industry?
Yeah, that also is a very good question, because there is a complaint. There is a complaint that most universities, when they send their students outside, majority of them are unemployed. And why are they unemployed? Reason is some kind of bookish knowledge, or the knowledge. I don't know whether we should call it knowledge or not, but whatever is there in the textbook, it is taught, and students are never given challenges, real world challenges. When you talk about industry, they are working on a very well defined set of problems. Vision and perspective in industry is different than university. Industry works on a well defined problem sets, and they go very deep into those areas. So I personally believe that if you educate your students on problems which industry is likely to face. For example, let's say, I will give you example of, let's say, chemical engineering. So when you teach chemical engineering, if you teach them what industry requires, what are these plants, how plants are established, how plants are managed, how experts in industry are managing, let's say, process simulation, which tools they use, and how these tools are used. I give you just one example rather than giving very conventional example. So if you bring in those aspects in your courses, I think students will get very good idea. That is a fundamental point. Second is your curriculum. Your curriculum has to remain very, very modern, up to the mark, very recent. Well, fundamentals won't change, but some of the challenges and some of the environmental constraints are likely to change, the way we are suffering from pandemic as on today. One more thing is, in courses, if you bring in some industry expert. So in some of the courses, what we do, we invite some industry expert. So let that person come, address something about, let's say, manufacturing sector, address something about, let's say, supply chain, address something about, let's say, how digital publication can be done. So these are various examples where if you invite people, they will expose all those things to young students. And while doing interactions with these experts, students will also gain good idea, plus they will build the confidence.
Right, sir. So when you first came to Ahmedabad University, what was your vision for the university, and has it evolved over time, and how far along in implementing that vision are you?
So the point which attracted me about Ahmedabad University was very simple. When I joined, or when I was observing Ahmedabad University from distance, it was very clear that this is the place which is going to grow in all the directions. Yeah, I think I told you that the way it was established, people who were involved in establishing this university, the promoter, Ahmedabad Education Society, and their background. So vision was very well established. So I was knowing that this university is going to grow. And what has happened, whatever earlier leadership did, they did wonderful job. And the current leadership, which is very focused, very dedicated, very committed. And as I told you that, these are the experts. Maybe if you look at our team, leadership team, we all come from different sectors with different kind of background. And we all are committed that, this is what we want to do. And we discuss a lot. Remember, we are not the university where somebody will come and give one direction that, hey, we will march past in this direction. We always sit, discuss, elaborate, and based on consensus, we realize that, yeah, this is the goal which we should try to achieve. So there are multiple stakeholders also in the whole process. It is not that it is based on somebody's whims and desire and so on. And I think this whole culture is cultivated in that particular fashion. So right. I think over a period of years we are growing consistently. That makes Ahmedabad University a very interesting university in that context.
So, what according to you should be the university's priority over the next 10 years?
University priority, of course, very strong academics. Remember, why students come to the university. They don't come for particular person or particular individual. Students will come, and I always believe that young students, they have a lot of talent, potential. Each one of them would like to realize his or her desire or the potential. So I personally believe that the core should be the academics, academic vigor, and the way academic programs plan, and the way you design the content, course content. And as I told you, if you design a content which is outdated, right, which is unable to address real world challenges. For example, look at this pandemic, where most of the universities, even the whole world, is not able to give any solid answer to resolve this question. So we have to prepare next generation which can address some of these complex challenges. Of course, people are slowly and gradually trying to address some of the aspects of this pandemic. And it can have various aspects, not only one aspect regarding biology. It is engineering, it is science, it is physics, it is supply chain. All aspects are involved, even mental health, right? Psychological aspects. So when you teach various courses and programs, if you can involve all those aspects in your curriculum, I think that is what we would like to do subsequently in our academics.
Very well said, sir. Thank you for your response. So, what do you think are your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students?
Responsibility. Remember, I am a professor, so my first job is to teach. And when I go and teach, I have to see that I'm well prepared as an individual. When I go and stand in front of them and deliver my talks, I should be able to satisfy whatever university has committed, whatever my course is planning. So I have to be, what you can say, as an academician, I have to be prepared. I should interact extensively with students. We should provide opportunities to the students, that if they have any questions and queries, and if they want to work on projects, if I cannot answer some of their queries or some of their questions, I should be able to delegate them. So this is my first job as a professor, and I like that. As a dean, as I told you, we are always involved in thinking about not present, because once strategy is defined, we hand over to the people who operate it. Operational aspects is done by persons who are given clarity about the strategy and the vision. In the leadership team, we think, we debate, we identify challenges, and we define the strategy. Not only for next few months but next few years. So these are the two different roles in which I'm involved. As a professor, I enjoy while teaching, and when I go in the class, you have to forget about everything. You don't carry your baggage in the class. You do that part very, very. You are a performer in that sense. And when you're discussing in the leadership, be well prepared, think, come prepared, right, and debate in that leadership, discussions and so on.
Absolutely. Thank you for such a lovely response. So, how do you tend to establish a healthy relation and environment in your university?
Healthy environment, see, I will tell you, it won't come overnight. It should be well planned, well thought. The framework should be there. So if you look at any university, there are schools and departments and so on. What we have done is, at Ahmedabad University, that is worth noting, is that, at Ahmedabad University, we have schools like School of Arts and Science and Management School and School of Engineering and Applied Science. We don't have departments. We don't want faculty to remain compartmental. So that is the first fundamental point, right? We don't want people to be very narrowly focused in some of those areas. So this is our what you can say, the main thought. And as I said, since everything is conceptualized, planned, remember, many people have ideas, but how you convert those ideas into best practices, I think that is the key. And believe me, that requires a lot of involvement, not at the top, but also at the level where actually you deliver those things. So that is what we do.
Great. Without taking much of your time, I'll quickly jump to the last question.
Okay.
What are those few suggestions that you would like to give to the current students as well as the aspiring students?
I'm sure you are also a young person, you are much more close to younger generation. This generation has lot of opportunities, right? They are very well informed, lot of information they have. Sometimes what I see is the sense of commitment is missing. So they change, they change their plans very quickly. Sometimes their attention span is narrow. uh, I mean, if you want to solve complex problem, you have to work for hours and days, and don't feel frustrated. Even if you're not able to solve anything fully, let's say you're not able to do your project perfectly. Let's say you're not able to perform the way you expect in your exams. And believe me, how many exams any student is likely to appear? Exams will come and go. I mean, why should you look at your grades every time? Don't make grades in your dashboard. It's a journey. It's a journey which you have to complete. It's like a marathon, according to. I always tell young students that you are part of a marathon. You are not part of 100-meter sprint. Don't burn your energy so quickly. Be ready for long term. So I think very briefly, I would like to say they face some psychological issues when they don't see something not happening properly, and then they lose out, and then they become a little frustrated. According to me, they should always remain cheerful. I think this is the most memorable phase. What you get at this juncture, the what you can say, education, the friendship, the vision you develop about the university. I think that is going to help you, so that you become ready for the complex challenges in your life.
Great. That was actually some very good advice, sir. Thank
No,
you so much.
thanks, sir. Thanks, Ham. I hope this conversation is interesting.
Yes, sir, pretty much. Yes. So this is where I would like to conclude the interview.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ram. Ham.
Yeah. So that was Sanjay Chaudhary, sir, Dean of Engineering and Applied Science at Ahmedabad University. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.